Hello students, today we will study the last topic of this chapter, that is electrometallurgy. See, metallurgy, it is the process of extraction of metals by electrolysis. Okay, so here we'll do the process of metallurgy by passing electric current through it. Okay, this is called electrometallurgy. Actually, see, there are three types or three categories of metals. If we are talking about metallurgical processes, there are three categories of metals. The first one is the metals which are highly reactive. The second category of metals, it is those metals. They are those metals whose oxides are less stable. And the last category is there where the oxides are least stable. Okay, so three categories are there. So the first one is when their oxides are highly stable. Highly stable means their affinity, their love for oxygen, it is very strong. Means the affinity of these metals for oxygen is very strong. It is very difficult to remove oxygen from these metals. These metals are potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, and aluminium. It is very difficult to remove the oxygen just by giving or just by adding any reducing agent to it. We cannot remove oxygen just by adding any reducing agent from these metals. So for these metals, if we want to separate metal and its oxide, we have to use the process of electrolysis, and that's why this process is called electrometallurgy. Okay, see what is written here: by electrolysis of their fused salts. Fused salts means by melting their salts. Okay, for metals higher in the electrochemical series, these metals are present higher in the electrochemical series. As we can see, their oxides are highly stable. They have high stability, means we cannot remove their oxides easily from these metals. Metal has a strong affinity for oxygen. Affinity means love. They have strong affinity for oxygen. On electrolysis, metal is deposited at the cathode. Why metal is deposited at the cathode? Because metal will form what? Positive ion, and positive ion, it will move towards the negative electrode, that is cathode. Okay, and the other if here with aluminium, if Al2O3 is present, then oxygen will be collected at anode and aluminium will be collected at cathode. Okay, metals generally extracted by electrolysis are potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, and aluminium. See what is given here. Example, Al2O3 is highly stable oxide. We cannot remove this oxide by heating, by adding any reducing agent to it. And aluminium has strong affinity for oxygen, hence conventional reducing agents like coke, carbon monoxide, hydrogen, they cannot reduce Al2O3 to aluminium. So if we want to get aluminium from its ore bauxite, we have to extract aluminium by the process of electrolysis. Now we'll see some reactions over here. Example is there, electrolyte. Here fused sodium chloride is present. Okay, here chloride is present, and if we want to obtain sodium from this sodium chloride, first we'll heat that sodium chloride and we'll melt it to its melting point. We'll heat it. It will dissociate to give Na plus and Cl minus ions. Na plus positive ions, they will move towards the negative electrode. There they will gain electron. They will reduce themselves and will change into sodium metal. So sodium metal will be collected at cathode. On the other hand, towards anode, these chloride ions will move. These chloride ions will move towards anode. There they will lose one electron, and by losing one electron, they will change into chlorine atom. And we know that chlorine atom cannot exist independently. So such two reactions will take place, or here they have written directly that chlorine plus chlorine and we'll get chlorine Cl2 molecule will get. Okay, this is how the electrolysis of sodium, fused sodium chloride takes place. Okay, molten sodium chloride. Now second one is fused calcium chloride. Calcium chloride CaCl2, it will dissociate to give Ca2 plus and 2 Cl minus ions will be produced here. See, it's Cl2, it means 2 chloride ions will be there. Towards cathode, which ion will move? Since cathode is a negative electrode, so calcium ions will move towards cathode. Cathode ions, when they will move towards cathode, they will gain 2 electrons. From where these 2 electrons will come? Yes, from this. So they will gain these 2 electrons and will change into calcium metal, calcium atom, and this atom will be collected at cathode. And towards anode, what will happen? These 2 chloride ions, they will move towards anode. There they will lose 2 electrons and will change into 2 chlorine atoms. 2 chlorine atom will combine to form a molecule. Okay, so chlorine, it is produced at anode and calcium at cathode. Now the third one is the fused aluminum. See, fused means molten. We have not added water to it, we have just heated it to its melting point. Al2O3, when we'll heat this Al2O3, we'll get, see this you will study in detail in the next chapter. Al2O3 will dissociate to give 2, see 2 aluminium ions and 3 oxide ions will be produced. Cathode, towards cathode, these 2 aluminium ions will move. See, 3 2s are 6, there they will gain 6 electrons, 3 electrons each, and 2 aluminium atoms will be formed. Towards anode, 3 oxide ions will move and they will lose 6 electrons. See, this should be always equal. Here they will lose 6 electrons, these 6 electrons will be gained by these aluminium ions. So it will form 3O, 3 nascent oxygen, and we know that oxygen cannot exist independently. It means such 2 reactions will take place and we'll get 3O2. Now this was about the metals which are produced or which are extracted by the process of electrolysis. Okay, now we'll study about those metals which can be extracted by using reducing agents. These are zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen and copper. They have less stability or less affinity for their oxides. Their oxides are less stable and we can reduce these just by using these reducing agents. Okay, like suppose copper oxide is there. Copper oxide, if we'll add coke to it and we'll heat it, so this coke, it will take oxygen from this copper oxide. So copper oxide will get reduced to copper and this coke, carbon, it will get oxidized and it will form carbon monoxide. So this is how we can remove oxides from these metal oxides. And if we talk about mercury and silver, their oxides are very least stable and just by heating alone they can be reduced into their metal. Means here we will not be needing any reducing agent. Okay, see, mercuric oxide is there and if we'll heat it, just by heating it will dissociate to give mercury and oxygen gas will be escaped out. So this is how the metals are extracted from their ores, and the whole chapter is what we have to study next, and by Monday we'll start with the next chapter. So this was the last topic of this chapter. Thank you.